Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking The Ordinary skincare, more specifically this product. Now, some may call this a new product launch, others a reformulation. We're going to talk about it today and let you guys be the judge. But we are of course talking about The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. Now this is a product that you've probably heard a lot about over the past 7 years. In fact, for that whole time frame, this has been The Ordinary's best-selling serum. But the eagle-eyed amongst you will probably have noticed that over the past couple of months, it's been out of stock. Well, it's back. But is it actually the same product that it used to be? It's been through an entire reformulation, and I think the changes are so significant, we might actually be able to call it an entirely new product. We're going to delve into all of it today, so sit back, relax, let's talk The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know what your own thoughts are on this. Watch to the end, I promise you, I'm going to keep this short, sharp, and to the point, and then sound off in the comments section below. Do you think this is such an upgrade that we could actually call this a new product launch? Or are you disappointed that there isn't something completely fresh in the pipeline? Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Let's get that conversation going. This video isn't sponsored. I don't do sponsored content here on the channel because I feel by turning down the coin, it just enables me to stay truly authentic and independent. So if you want to support me as a content creator and help to keep things entirely sponsorship free, reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. This honestly is the best way of supporting me, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. Now, let's kick things off with hyaluronic acid itself. It's actually thanks to the original version of this serum, that hyaluronic acid has become the most Googled term in skincare. Just about every single product that you apply to your skin will have hyaluronic acid or sodium hyaluronate somewhere on that ingredients list. It is a really wonderful ingredient, but I think we all had a tendency to overuse it. It's a humectant, so it draws in and retains moisture within itself. This is great because by doing so, it plumps itself out, giving our skin that line-free, plump and juicy appearance. Whilst a lot of these results are temporary, it can give like instant fix, which we all crave. And in the long term, the use of hyaluronic acid can actually increase skin hydration and health. So there's definitely some benefits to be had. The risks are, because we all had a tendency to overuse hyaluronic acid, we were reaching for it in every single serum, it actually had the opposite effect. Too much and you can end up drying out the skin because it starts to suck that moisture from the deeper layers, which can cause dehydration. Also, in too high quantities can irritate certain people's skin. And so I think we almost saw a tide turn on this, with people starting to call hyaluronic acid out as being something we should avoid in our skincare routine. As with everything, I think moderation is key. I personally was not a fan of the original formulation of this, so that's a full disclosure. I am not coming into this review as a fangirl of hyaluronic acid or the original The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid 2%. I actually covered this in a couple of videos. I'll find a short and link it up there, where I said actually we would be wise to avoid the original form of this serum because I just don't think it was doing enough for our skin, and we were getting our hyaluronic acid elsewhere. Recently, you started to see a lot of other brands formulate without hyaluronic acid. My own skincare brand, which I launched 3 years ago, I've been really mindful of the amount of hyaluronic acid used, only actually using it in one of the plethora of different products that we now offer. This way, people can really control the amount of this ingredient, getting the right dose to really deliver the benefit, but not risking overusing it. So this reason that I think hyaluronic acid serums, which allow you to control that dose, have started to make a little bit of a resurgence. And this actually, for the first time in a long while, I was quite interested to try this on my own skin. So let's talk about what's changed. I'm honestly going to tell you pretty much everything. Whilst this new product retains the same name, hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5, that's pretty much where the similarities end. Instead of just having one form of hyaluronic acid, you actually have 5 different forms of this ingredient. Now this is important because the different forms will do slightly different things in the skin and go to slightly different depths. I think by having 5 forms of hyaluronic acid as opposed to one, you get a far more comprehensive hydration system, even though it's still retaining that 2% overall concentration. This is why I often say in skincare, concentration tells you one part of the story, but there's so much more that goes into it to really know how a product's going to perform. Same concentration, but I think those multiple different forms of hyaluronic acid are going to give you far greater results than you were ever going to get from the first. I've been using this for the past 2 weeks, and I've definitely noticed from the first application, the skin is plumper, it's juicier, you get that extra hydration that I never got from the original hyaluronic acid from the Ordinary, which is why just a small change like that can deliver such a big step up in terms of performance. Beyond just that though, they've actually altered the base formulation, and because they've carefully balanced the ratios of the different forms of hyaluronic acid, this is so much more lightweight than the original serum. In fact, it's like chalk and cheese when you think of texture. If you find the original really tacky, sticky, thick and gloopy, you won't get that experience at all from this. I'm going to show you now on the hand how this applies. Look at just how much lighter that is. It actually runs, whereas the other one never would. And when you work it into the skin, it disappears without a trace. No stickiness, no tackiness, and it just feels amazing. This is why, from someone who definitely was not a fan of the original, this has kind of won me round a little bit. Now, beyond just the addition of the different weights of hyaluronic acid and the different forms, you also have the addition of ceramides in here. Now, ceramides are amazing because ceramides are a core component in our skin. And if we have the right amount of ceramides, it can actually help support with the hydration levels. To add further to the hydration boost that you're going to get from those ceramides, also contains vitamin E, which is a fantastic antioxidant and hydration powerhouse ingredient. I think when you take this all together, this is why I'm almost tempted to refer to this as a new product launch rather than a reformulation. Because in terms of the user experience, the functionality, the formulation, and the results that you're going to see, this is in a completely different league to its namesake, the original hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. Completely different. I think to call it a reformulation is almost doing a disservice. I really wish that they changed the name because I think, you know, keeping with the same name, I understand why they didn't, because it's a bestseller and they don't want to put off their, you know, people that call this their holy grail currently. But I think they would appeal to a whole new market that maybe have been put off by the results and the texture of the original and would be willing to try this and get so many amazing benefits. I wish they'd refer to this as like the multi-hydration serum or something like that, because I think that better reflects what it's actually doing. Now, a lot of you probably sat there going, yeah, okay. It sounds amazing, it sounds great, but I bet they've like doubled the price. This was my first, I didn't know the price when I was trying this, I only found it out today. And the skeptic in me was like, yeah, this is going to come with a much higher price point because it's a better formulation and obviously they're going to capitalize on that. Actually, no, this is $1 more expensive than the original hyaluronic acid. Just $1. And I think for the ceramides, the vitamin E, the multiple different forms of hyaluronic acid and the better texture, I think that could be the best dollar you're ever going to spend. For me, I hated the original. The reformulation, the new product launch, whatever you want to call it, I think could be a wonderful addition to your skincare routine. I would still make sure that you're not overdoing it with hyaluronic acid. If you have multiple different products with hyaluronic acid in, you probably don't need an additional serum. But if, like me, you've worked hard to minimize your overall hyaluronic acid content in your skincare routine, and you want a serum that's going to help you manage that, alongside some other amazing hydration boosting ingredients, I think this is a fantastic drugstore priced budget-friendly option that I am super impressed by. I think this is going to get overlooked because very few people will realise anything's actually changed. Same name, they'll assume same formulation. But I'm here to tell you, it's not. Definitely worth a try, and I've linked where you can purchase it in the description box below. Let me know your thoughts, feelings and opinions, and wherever you are in the world, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye!